From cheating scandals to accusations of unprofessional behavior, the dart sport has seen it all. These controversies have not only affected the players involved, but also the reputation of the sport as a whole. In this video, we will take a look at some of the most controversial moments in the history of darts and how they have impacted the sport. Keep watching until the end for the biggest scandal in dart history. You will not believe it. One of the most infamous controversies occurred in the 1990 World Championship, when player Eric Bristow was disqualified for attempting to bribe an official. The incident caused a media frenzy and resulted in Bristow being banned from the sport for life. He was accused of offering money to an official to fix the outcome of the match, and also for being drunk during the match. This was not only a huge disappointment for Bristow, but also for his fans, who considered him one of the best players of all time. Don't forget to hit the bullseye to subscribe to our channel so you never miss our amazing dart videos. Bristow, who was known as the Crafty Cockney, was one of the biggest stars in the sport during the 1980s and early 1990s. He had won 5 world championships and was considered one of the best players of all time. However, his career came to a crashing halt when he was found guilty of bribery. The incident not only ended his career, but also tarnished his legacy. Bristow has since apologized for his actions, but the damage had already been done. This incident was a huge blow to the sport, as it brought integrity of the game into question. It also made it clear that cheating would not be tolerated in darts. Another major controversy came in 2008, when Phil Taylor was accused of cheating during the PDC World Championships. Taylor was accused of using illegal darts, which had been modified to give him an unfair advantage. However, after an investigation, it was found that darts in question were illegal, and Taylor was cleared of any wrongdoings. Despite this, the incident left a stain on his otherwise spotless record, and it took time for the public to trust him again. Taylor, who is widely considered the greatest darts player of all time, had never been involved in any controversies throughout his career. He had won 15 world championships, and his dominance in the sport was unmatched. However, the accusations of cheating put his reputation in jeopardy. The incident not only affected Taylor, but also the sport as a whole. It raised questions about the integrity of the game and the rules that governed it. In more recent times, the dart community was rocked by accusations of sexism and misogyny. In 2017, professional player and commentator Wayne Mardle was suspended for making inappropriate comments about female players. He made comments about a female player's appearance during a live broadcast, which was seen as disrespectful and demeaning. The incident sparked a wider conversation about the treatment of women in the sport and led to efforts to promote gender equality in darts. The sport of darts has traditionally been male-dominated, and women have often been overlooked and undervalued. However, this incident brought attention to the issue of sexism in the sport and the need for change. The incident not only affected Mardle, but also the sport as a whole. It highlighted the need for inclusivity and equality in the sport, and it sparked a movement to promote female players and to create a more welcoming environment for women in darts. Despite these controversies, the game of darts has continued to thrive, with millions of fans tuning in to watch the world's best players compete. And while the sport may have had its fair share of controversies, it has also seen some of the biggest moments in its history, with players like Phil Taylor, Eric Bristow, and Michael van Gerwen cementing their legacies as some of the all-time greats. However, it is important to note that these controversies has also led to positive changes within the sport. The disqualifications of Bristow and the accusations against Taylor resulted in stricter rules and regulations being put in place to ensure the integrity of the game. The incident involving Mardle brought attention to the need for more inclusivity and equality in the sport, and it sparked a movement to promote female players and to create a more welcome environment for women in darts. Despite these controversies, the game of darts has continued to grow in popularity, and it has become a staple in sport bars and pubs around the world. The sport has also gone global, with major tournaments being held in countries all over the world, attracting thousands of fans and spectators. In conclusion, while the sport of darts has had its fair share of controversies, it has also seen some of the greatest moments in its history. From the disqualification of Eric Bristow to the accusations against Phil Taylor, these controversies have not only affected the players involved, but also the reputation of the sport as a whole. However, it is important to remember that these controversies have also led to positive changes within the sport, and have helped to ensure the integrity of the game and promote inclusivity and equality within the darts community. Despite these controversies, the game of darts continues to thrive, and it also remains a beloved and popular sport among fans all over the world. Another recent controversy that has rocked the darts community is the issue of match fixing. In 2019, several professional players were arrested and charged with match fixing during a tournament in Europe. The players were accused of throwing matches in order to make money from illegal betting. The incident caused a major scandal in the darts world and led to the players being banned from the sport for several years. This incident brought the issue of match fixing to the forefront of the darts community and highlighted the need for stricter regulations and oversight to ensure the integrity of the game. It also raised concerns about the potential for corruption in the sport and the impact it could have on the reputation of the game. Another issue that has caused controversy in the darts world is the use of performance-enhancing drugs, or PEDs. In 2020, a professional player was caught using PEDs during a tournament and was subsequently banned from the sport for several years. This incident brought attention to the issue of PEDs in the sport and raised concerns about the potential for players to use illegal substances to gain an unfair advantage. The use of PEDs not only undermines the integrity of the game, but also puts the player's health at risk. This incident led to the introduction of stricter drug testing protocols and regulations to ensure that the sport remains fair and safe for all players. Despite these controversies, the game of darts has continued to evolve and grow in popularity. The sport has seen many changes over the years, from the introduction of new technologies to the expansion of the professional circuit. The darts community has also grown in diversity, with more women, people of color, and players from different countries competing at the highest level. In conclusion, the sport of darts has had its fair share of controversies over the years, from cheating scandals to accusations of unprofessional behavior. These controversies have not only affected the players involved, but also the reputation of the sport as a whole. However, it is important to remember that these controversies have also led to positive changes within the sport, and have helped to ensure the integrity of the game and to promote inclusivity and equality within the darts community. Despite these controversies, the game of darts continues to evolve and grow in popularity, and remains a beloved and popular sport among fans around the world. The world of darts has also seen its fair share of off-field controversies. One notable example is the incident involving former professional player Jelle Klaasen. In 2017, Klaasen was involved in a scandal where he was accused of inappropriate behavior towards female fans. The accusation led to Klaasen being banned from several tournaments and caused public backlash against the player. This incident brought attention to the issue of player conduct and the impact it can have on the reputation of the sport. It also raised concerns about the need for stricter regulations and oversight to ensure that all players are held accountable for their actions and that the sport remains inclusive and welcoming for all fans. Another off-field controversy that has affected the darts community is the issue of gambling addiction. Many professional players have struggled with addiction to gambling, which has led to personal and financial difficulty. This issue has brought attention to the need for support and resources for players who struggle with addiction and the impact it can have on their professional and personal lives. In recent years, the darts community has taken steps to address these issues by providing support and resources for players who struggle with addiction and promoting responsible gambling. The sport has also introduced stricter regulations and oversight to ensure that all players are held accountable for their actions and to maintain the integrity and reputation of the sport. In conclusion, while the sport of darts has had its fair share of controversies, it has also seen some of the greatest moments in its history. From match-fixing scandals to accusations of inappropriate behavior, these controversies have not only affected the players involved, but also the reputation of the sport as a whole. However, it is important to remember that these controversies have also led to positive changes within the sport, and have helped to ensure the integrity of the game and promote inclusivity and equality within the darts community. Despite these controversies, the game of darts continues to thrive and evolve, and it remains a beloved and popular sport among fans around the world. So that's all for today. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit the bullseye to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss our amazing dart videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.